Talking to fans, people. Clippers, Mavericks, watch party. That's right. Tonight we'll be enjoying a basketball game that will be played between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks, or the Mavericks of Dallas, you might say. I currently have in another tab open the Dallas Stars versus the Vegas Golden Knights. So note that Dallas is playing Los Angeles in one game. Dallas is playing hockey in another game, both in the playoffs. Los Angeles in hockey is also playing the Edmonton Oilers, and then the Los Angeles Clippers are playing the Dallas Mavericks. So Dallas and Los Angeles both have a hockey team and a basketball team left in the playoffs. Obviously, the Lakers are out, but the Clippers remain. And I decided as I was starting to watch the Clippers game, you know what? This would be worth live streaming. William McLaren, hello. Danielberry Sports Highlights. Happy Wednesday to you too. It is Wonder Point Wednesday. So Wonder Point values are doubled. That's pretty important. Okay, get it on live chat. And make it about yay big. All right, now we're going to bring up the tab with the game in it. Right now it's on commercials, and we'll have it started yet. Yeah. We will bring the chat here. So while we are waiting for the game to start and provide us the kind of exciting event about which my talking can be centered around, we will prepare for this occasion with a little bit of bum riffs. A few bum riffs here and there. Never hurt anybody. Hey, says Aura Kellogg, it's this guy again. That's right, and my name is Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Famous People, and I'm here again to guide you through a wonderful experience. Tonight, the wonderful experience will be watching a basketball game to be played between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, granted, I'm not going to be showing the basketball game because I'd get in trouble if I did that. Instead, what I will be doing is enjoying the basketball game and enjoying your company by having both the game up and the chat. I'll be informative regarding the game, but I'll also be responsive regarding the chats. It's going to be a wonderful, pleasant evening to be spent together in peaceful communion with one another as the plenitude of my melodious voice tickles your ears like a whisper from an angel. Well, Mr. D's nuts. First name Isaac. I hereby shout you out. Do you like Wendy's? Wendy's nuts are dragged across your face? Anyone go to Sick Never World a few days ago? What is that? Sick New World? I don't know what Sick New World is. I'm not in charge of knowing about that. That's somebody else's responsibility. Heyo, says Judah Byers. Catch me out. We're not discussing that now, okay? We are instead focusing on a simple, pleasant, agreeable kind of thing, namely a basketball game, a contest between men with an orange ball. It was a big rock festival in Vegas. It was amazing. I can only metaphorically lick the inside of your earlobes with my wonderful voice. Feel it tickle your whole head. Men Who Play with Orange Balls is the title of my book about basketball. Well, I'm not your daddy, the British. Okay. So take your sweaty weirdness, just keep it to yourself, please. I'm not interested in participating in the British's sweaty weirdness. I think that's his skin, not his balls, probably. But maybe his whole body. Who knows? Who knows where and how the orange ends and other colors begin. So it's 7 p.m., but okay, I've asked you to please keep your unnecessarily sweaty and sexualized comments to yourself, the British. Nobody wants any of that stuff around here. This is a family show sometimes. So, Luka Doncic has averaged 32 points a game against the Clippers. He's really having a fun time playing against Clippers. This series, however, is tied 2 games apiece. If I jump high, flip back, and take a poop in the hoop, is that one thing the world could be ding? You can't poop while slamming dunking, okay? That's officially against the rules. They'd call that against the rules, show media, okay? They specifically have a rule precluding people from pooping while dunking, known as the no poop rule or the no poop rule, I mean. Where do basketball players eat in the morning? The kitchen. Oh, Dunkin' Donuts. Makes sense. The game's still not started. I think it's fair to say that they're currently screwing around. It's supposed to start at 7. It was a lie. They were lying the whole time. It's fair to say they were lying from the get-go. No, I don't like Primus very much. And I don't like Alice in Chains. I don't like either of them very much. I like Primus better than Alice in Chains, but what do you think truly defines the essence of being alive? Or what do you think defines the essence of being truly alive? Well, I think the only kind of absolute value we all share that's common to every single person is what I call the prime directive, the urge to close the gap between expectations and realities. So people are most distressed when their expectations prove contrary to reality. People want their maps and their experience to be as close together as possible. And people have different strategies to make that happen. Either they say, okay, well, I'll change my maps so that they're more accurately reflecting reality, or I'll change reality so it more accurately matches my map, or I will delude myself into believing reality and my map are the same. There's a lot of different strategies one might take, right? But I would call that the prime directive of all human beings, is for their understanding of life and their experience of life to match up. What's going on, Ligma? I'm not Ligma, okay? I think any other answer to what defines the essence of being truly alive. I mean, the question is what defines the essence, right? It's a tricky way to put it. you're gonna have different people who are gonna say things like, um, "The essence of being alive is found in the comfortable daily routines of a hot cup of coffee and a comfortable bed," and blah 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 blah. You're gonna find others say the essence of being alive is when you're on the edge because you're skydiving or whatever. Some people say like the essence of being alive is, uh, you know, the most pimpinest experience, the finest dining place with everything, you know, best as good as it can be, something like that. Different people are going to say different things regarding that, but um, and so if you're looking for something that's universal, I think that the prime directive would work as a universal value because it doesn't specify what the map is or the experience is. It just says basically have the map and the experience match up. It's when you realize in a real way you could die or you experience death close up, then you realize the gratefulness of being a living being. Maybe. Why was the basketball court always wet? Because the players kept dribbling. Water pow, water pow, water pow wee. A water pow, water pow, water pow wee. A water pow, water pow, water pow G. A water pow, water pow, water pow. Do you talk about this stuff, actual like Super Bowl parties in real life? Well, unfortunately, the game is late starting. It said on ESPN the game is going to start at 7 o'clock, but it still hasn't started. We're just seeing Shaq and the other guys chatting here in the pregame show. The camera's finally pulling back, suggesting they're going to leave this studio now for a minute and perhaps go down to the court side where presumably the game will start relatively soon. Prior to the game starting, we're not really talking basketball. We're just chatting about whatevs, McGevs. Hey, if you're doing song requests, can you play the song Vegas? I could probably play Viva Las Vegas. I don't know if I could play the song Vegas because I don't think I know I've ever heard it before. Oh, universal truth that you thought of. That proximity to death causes a person to understand life differently. And in a good way? Maybe. I mean, certainly one feels perhaps the urgency of life most when death is most seems imminent or is proximate to one. It's a pretty good song if you're country. I guess I've never heard it before, Snowy BR. I'm sorry to say. I can only really sing songs that I know the melody to, you know? I do listen to a lot of music, but not necessarily a lot of country. Let's see, we've got Reggie Miller. Matt wasn't a big fan of Reggie Miller's, what do you call it, commentating. Question: the Knicks player with the championship ring is called what? Answer: a senior citizen. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. I think maybe he doesn't remember the person's name. I don't know. All right, so the Clippers this year, they've got James Harden. He's always an effective offensive force for any team. He is not proved himself to be adequate to, say, leading a team to a championship. But he's got a decent supporting cast here, including Paul George. What does a basketball player do when he begins to lose his eyesight? Answer: he becomes a referee. All right. Now, the Mavericks control the tip on the opening tip-off, and they're going to start with the ball. This is being played in LA, however, on the Clippers' home court, as the Clippers are the better seed, the 4 seed here. They've got home court advantage in a 2-2-1-1-1 series. The Dallas Mavericks scored the first 2 points of the game with a little beauty pia. Frank says she has a beautiful beard. You talking about me? I do, yeah. I'm a woman with a beautiful beard. I have a beautiful beard, even though I don't even have a Y chromosome, because I'm a woman. All right, so Harden attempts this crazy, this long 3-point shot that's an air ball to no good effect. And Jason Kidd, who's coach of the Mavericks, is pacing up and down the sideline, giving instructions, pointing to people, etc. Harold says, "Are you Shaq's younger brother? You look a lot like him." I am not Shaq's younger brother, but if I were, then I would see if he would buy me something expensive. Okay, now the Clippers, number 13. Oh, he's attempting to drive to the hoop. Unfortunately, number 77 of the Mavericks has committed a blocking foul. Why can't you play basketball in the jungle? There are too many cheetahs. That's silly. A very silly joke. Okay, here we go, Clippers. Take the ball in. 4-0 lead for the Dallas Mavericks. Now the Clippers turn the ball over. What are they going to do now? So,
I made you cup of noodles.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
The Mavericks missed their shot, and now the Clippers get the rebound, and they are driving the ball towards the basket now. Mr. Harden is. He passes to the big man with a little scoop shot. In for 2 points for the Clippers. 4-2 game. Rachel was kind enough to make me some cup of noodles, the San Francisco treat. And I'll eat that at some point. Hi, Selena fam. We're enjoying a basketball game together. We're just having a pleasant evening. After Chicago Bulls win the championship, what do Bulls fans do? They rewind the VHS tape. How about this joke? Remember when the San Diego Padres were good? Neither does anyone else. 6-4 now. Dallas still has the lead. Harden, dribbling, top of the key. Obviously the leader of this team. Passes to the big man, number 40, who kicks it out to the shooter, number 14, who hits a 3-point shot. They call him Long Hair 14. I don't know what his name is. Jason Kidd did not play for the Lakers. He's coaching the Mavericks currently. Now the Mavericks have an 8-7 lead. And Harden is giving instructions as he's bringing the ball up the floor. Obviously playing the point guard position, which I wouldn't think of Harden as a very natural point guard, but he seems to be filling that role here for the Clippers just fine. He distributes the ball to Paul George, who bullies his way into the lane and scores 2 points to take the 1-point lead. But the Mavericks quickly answer back, and now it's 10-9 in favor of Dallas. So if you're like me, you enjoy a pleasant evening's watching of a basketball game and or listening to a pleasant sounding man pleasantly discuss a basketball game. And if so, you're in the right place, folks. Here talking with fans people at the Clippers Mavericks watch party. It appears Mr. Harden has been called for an offensive foul, and there will be no basket, though he had made the shot. I used to be addicted to basketball, but I rebounded. So they're going to call him for the push-up. Harden's like, that's not a push-up. All right. Dallas has the ball. They drive in the lane. Comes up in and bang. Now it's 12-9 in favor of Dallas. So Harden with the ball saying, all right, everybody, let's calm us down now. Let's get our stuff together. He takes the ball. He passes it to big man number 40, who kicks it out to the shooter number 14, who dribbles in and around and then out to the 3-point line where he kicks it into number 40 again. Number 40 drives into the lane, kind of forces the shot, but makes it, and it's a 1-point game with the Mavericks still in front, 12-11. Walter B, hello, welcome to this watch party. May your enjoyment of the plenitude ensure the goodness of truth in your heart. Dallas with a 3-point lead now over the Clippers, 14-11. Harden once again bringing the ball up, kicks it into number 13, who kicks it out to number 7, who drives the lane. He distributes the ball underneath to number 14, who takes number 2 off the dribble and makes the layup. Number 11 now for Dallas with the basketball, crosses the center court line, runs into number 14. A foul is called, I guess. He attempts a super long 3-point shot and hopes it'll be called in the extra shooting. He makes that shot, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to count. All right. So exciting times here on the TNT, the TBS, the TNT, the networks with the, that's got to be an offensive foul, no? Yes. It appears that was in fact called an offensive foul. Charging on the Mavericks number 2. They said, no, sir, Mr. Pants, you have run into that Clippers player in an illegal fashion. I hereby call you for the foul. And so we go to commercials. We go to commercials knowing that the best is still ahead of us, that the future is now and tomorrow is forever. In the next tab over, therefore, we will open up the LA Kings at Edmonton Oilers. Kings trailing 3-1 in this series. 4 minutes until the first puck drops in that one. All right. Exciting times, exciting people. We can eliminate this tab now because we actually, wait, what is this? Okay, so this is the game right here, I guess. We'll close this tab out. And we'll look forward to this hockey game broadcast from Edmonton during commercials. Of course, we're here to watch the Clippers game, Clippers Mavericks game. That's why it's a Clippers Mavericks watch party. Don't get me wrong. We're not going to neglect the Clippers game. But once the hockey game starts, then during commercials on the Clippers game, we can drop into the hockey game, see how it's doing. We can visit the people there. We can enjoy a bit of sports broadcast from there as well. I think it's to bounce their check, probably. Kyle Lopez is aimbot. Are you an aimbot? So, are you a bot for AOL Instant Messenger? The hire says, am I the only one here? No, I'm here as well, the hire. So that makes 2 of us. Still commercial on the Clippers game. The hockey people are, I guess, listening to the national anthem right now. Looks like. Bali Music King's here as well. So, as indicated before, tonight's live stream has a specific goal. And the following goal is what the specific goal is. It's to provide the pleasantness of watching a basketball game on an otherwise uneventful Wednesday evening. It's a good basketball game because it's a playoff game, and the series is 2-2, so it's a pretty important game. Will I sing today? Perhaps I will at some point. But the goal for this stream is to be a take-it-easy stream, a sort of sit at home and watch TV with the family kind of stream, Hey, look guys, the game's on. Want to sit down and watch it together? Sure. Okay, that'll be nice. Anybody have some chips? This is really an activity for people who are in the Fun Friends gang. If you want to be in the Fun Friends gang, no, watching sports is not for degenerates, okay? This is the Fun Friends gang. We're having a fun time enjoying some television together. Some nice family friendly television. And what could be more family friendly than an NBA playoff game? 14-13, the Dallas Mavericks are in front with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. It looks as if, yes, the Clippers will inbound the ball. No, there are no benefits except being fun friends. That's the only benefit. Now, let's take a look. What's going on here? Do I know what an autodidact is? No. Number 40 gets the ball with a little hook shot, puts it into the net. And the Clippers take the lead 15-4. Is an autodidact relevant to our current activity of watching the Clippers and Mavericks? Mavericks have the ball. Number 11 attempts a shot in the lane, misses it, gets his own rebound, puts it in. That's okay, Casimir. I'm not even going to bother reading that one. The Clippers miss fire here or turn the ball over one way or another. Mavericks with a 1 point lead also have the ball. Number 11 taking turns handling the ball with number 17, I believe, who misses the shot, and the Clippers get the rebound. I do watch quite a bit of sports, actually. Do I follow sports? Yeah, reasonably well. Oh, were you talking about the Caspian's joke? No, it's a self blank blank. You have to look it up. I don't want to look it up. So, in another context, maybe I would. Mavericks attempt a 3 point shot, but this is, after all, the Clippers Mavericks watch party. Mavericks missed several shots here, but get their own rebounds. And they now attempt another 3 pointer, which is way off. Clippers finally get a rebound here. And with a 1 point lead, now the Clippers have the ball. All right. And it looks like Paul George, is that who that is? He drives the lane, thinks he gets fouled, but ultimately has the ball ripped away from him. Now, number 71, I guess it is. 70, 71, 77, I can't tell what the guy's number is. 55, attempts a three and makes it. Now it's a 2 point Dallas lead. You could say, do you like golf? If you bring the holes, I'll bring the balls. And the flags. You could say that. Well, maybe you have a bigger vocabulary, the higher. I think you've perhaps made a mistake of conflating having a large vocabulary with intelligence. If you were really smart, you'd use the word intelligence correctly. You're a spiteful little shit, you know? You didn't like getting scolded. You didn't like getting corrected. You've been kind of spiteful ever since. But, you know. I'll let it slide for a while. Okay, thanks for the advice, genius. Hey, everybody, these geniuses here offering to help make us all smart. It's delicious. It seems dangerous what they're doing there, Alex. This commercial. Doing flips off of rocks into like waterfall fed pools. If there's rocks on the bottom, you're gonna be in trouble, mister. You're gonna hurt yourself landing down there. What temp is it? It is 69 degrees. I mean, okay, that's why they call you the hire. Because you're a genius who helps other people become smarter. Okay. So I've got the Kings game open now, and we tab over on commercials. They have started playing. It's the Kings versus the Oilers. The thing is, the higher tonight, live streams about watching the sports games, right? So, no, I understand that, the higher. I get. I'm not oblivious to what you're doing. Obviously, it's not very subtle. I'm just saying what we're doing tonight is having a pleasant time watching sports. It's so either that's what you're looking for in a stream, or it's not. 69 Fahrenheit. It's 69 Fahrenheit. I don't know what temperature it is in terms of Celsius. It's quite comfortable outside. Yeah, sometimes I have cracked an egg in my noodles. No, I never have. I've had ramen other places with egg in it served to me, but I've never tried to do it like that with these noodles. We don't ever have eggs. What temperature is that Fahrenheit? Sounds like it's too damn hot to me. 50 degrees centigrade is 122 degrees Fahrenheit. It couldn't possibly be that hot where you are. Where are you? Like in the middle of the Sahara Desert or something? All right, back to the basketball game. Dallas, with the slam dunk, ties the game 23-23 after a Clippers turnover. Now, number 13 has the ball for the Clippers. He's dribbling, and then he passes out to number 14. Number 14 takes a jump shot, which he misses, and Dallas grabs the rebound. It's a heat wave. Sounds like 122 degrees. Jesus Christ. Dallas attempts a jump shot, which they miss. Still a tie game. Clippers push the ball forward. Number 13, pull back three-pointer, misses it, and the Dallas Mavericks grab the rebound. Mavericks take their own three-pointer on the move. What happened? And I can't tell if they made it or not. Now, the Clippers, still 23-23, so no, they didn't make it. Dallas now with a little leaping Lena in the lane. He gets 2 points. You decide what makes you intelligent for yourself, okay? I'm not going to try to explain that to you. Peoples are becoming squeezed. God is playing with us. Hey Eric, 40 PC? I don't know what 40 PC means. Are we here to play with our balls? Some people are. I'm probably not here expressly for that purpose. So it appears a foul was called, and with a 2-point lead, it's been on the floor because we've got the Clippers inbounding the ball and driving the lane, attempting a crazy looking over the shoulder hook shot, ball down shooting thing. Failing to make it, but picking up a foul call in the process. It looks as though number 0 for the Clippers, whose name is Russell Westbrook, that he will be taking 2 shots from the free throw line in an attempt to gain points for the Clippers. Shot number 1, 40 piece of crack, you know. I don't know about that. I'm sorry, I've not bought crack in a very, very long time. Alex Good points out an important fact. The population of Uruguay is 3,500,000. In Australia, there are 47 million kangaroos. So if kangaroos decide to invade Uruguay, every Uruguayan would have to fight 14 kangaroos. It includes the babies. It includes baby humans that have to fight baby kangaroos. None of life form, I genuinely don't. I'm sorry, I did smoke crack one night when I was like 18, 19 years old, something. So we're talking about good 30 plus years ago. But that was the only time. Well, I think we need to be concerned about the increasingly hardline and militant factions of kangaroos in Australia. Well, light form, if your balls have this much hair on them, you have some truly hairy balls. CEO of Brookline, we are watching playoff basketball. We're not watching the breeding channel, okay? Nobody's getting bred around here. Just give it up. All right. Meanwhile, on the other tab, the LA Kings are tied with the Edmonton Oilers with a score of 0 apiece in this game, but Edmonton leads the series 3-1. This is a must-win game for the Kings here in Edmonton. Nothing's bad about breeding, but I'm not going to be breeding, and nor am I going to be engaging in any sort of sexualized sweatiness of any sort with anybody but Rachel. So everybody just needs to knock it off, give it up, and get over it. It's almost as though being a regular person who's in a happy relationship provokes all of these people to want to be all hot and sweaty. We could play our guitar a little bit, yeah. That's not inconceivable. Well, you know what I say about the metric system, right? What I say about it is metric system, schmetric system. That's what I've always said about it. Hi, CJ the cat. Mm-hmm. I agree. For sure. I agree. Don't you know what it is? I agree with your shoe. Don't you see how I be? I agree with the C. Get my C beans on my sandwiches. I get my C beans in my sandwiches. I get my C beans on my sandwiches. I get my C beans from the Subway. I get my C beans with my sandwiches. I get my C beans with my sandwiches. I get my C beans with my sandwiches. I get my C beans from the Subway. If you want to rock, then you gotta roll. You got to play the guitar so everybody knows what you're doing. You're playing rock and roll music with your shoe and that's not quite loud enough. These drunk aren't loud enough. I'm gonna turn them up. Turn them up. Turn them up. I got to turn them up. I can't turn them up with this just scan a little bit, but I can make them still scan. You can see too how it goes when I turn them up. It's like turning up your toes, which means that you're dead, cause your toes aren't otherwise up, they're down. I suppose that's spread it out in the canteen for how you think you're gonna feel or how you think. Just see it with it, Bobby and Steve, and that's how you know what to do. Here we go. Dallas has the ball at the 2-point lead. They're playing against LAC. It's the second quarter. Dallas has the ball. 5 seconds left on the shot clock is all they need. Perhaps we will see. 21 with the inbound pass, the drive to the lane and makes it in fast. Now 4-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks. LA Clippers get the ball at 6 and 25 points. Need some more to tie up the score there. Need to get more. LA Clippers is the offense now. Move the ball down the court and do you see? Well, I can tell you the score 2 points easy. 29-27, that's the score. Geez, if you count score, you think it's in a very close game, which I guess it is indeed. I think they take a shot. Dallas Mavericks, they miss a lot. And this is one and the Clippers get the rebound with 2 points behind you. They're gonna score 2 points, perhaps 2. We'll find out now what to do. Number 14 goes and he drives the lane. A 10 among the few times in history somebody has played a song. It was also basketball color commentary on the game that they were watching in front of them. I think it's the same kind of thing that one could do if one wanted to be a basketball commentating musician kind of thing. Then they'd say, hey, Eric, can you do the whole game like that with the singing and the rap? And everybody would say, hey, the crap, we want to go back to the old way. Well, the Mavericks are now up by 7 points. LA Clippers are looking kind of joint. Disjointed like a bad punch. All full of a sad punch. What will they do for the game? They're down by 7, but the slam makes 5. And now it's 38-33. The Clippers are alive and they're hoping to do better next time. Let's find out how the defense does. Cover 25 for the Mavericks because he kicked the ball in 77. Backing it up, and then he kicks that 45 to them. 3-point shot, and this is the get the rebound, and that means a lot to them. I think they'll be happy with that. Well, there. I played the guitar. No doubt a thoroughly worthless activity, but it's what it did for me. So, there we go. Now we're back to the game. And it's a 5-point game. Dallas is in the lead. Feeling kind of, maybe a little anxious tonight. Talking about moving and stuff probably contributes to me feeling anxious some. It's a stressful topic. When I start thinking about the specifics of how it might go down, it makes me feel anxious. I thought streaming would be relaxing comparatively. So the Clippers are down by 6, 41-35. It seems like very slowly the Dallas Mavericks are building a bit of a lead on them. Paul Grundy says, rave. Says, eat, sleep, rave, repeat. Rachel Strauss, my beloved special wife, says, clap, 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 clap. Which is very nice of her. I put the water back for the cats. Up here was meowing at me. I'm like, what are you meowing about? Oh shit, you don't have any water. So now they have new water to drink. Mazizzi, Mazala, Mazula, Mazi, and Mazizzi, the fan of fancy. That's the basic vibe of Double Dutch Bus right there. It's like that song, Double Dutch Bus. I bet you that's like the first really instance of that whole Mazizzle, Mazazzle, Mazizzity Zoo. And Zizza Paza Zizza Puzza Zizzy Woo. That's right. Sean knows what I'm talking about. Hi, Nash Marcus. How are you? I'm shouting you out, Nash. You have been shouted out, Mr. Marcus. Paul Grundy says, what do I do? Not a whole hell of a lot. I used to be a competition flow debate coach. You might call me semi-retired right now. I saw a neighbor talking to her cat today. It was hilarious. She thought her cat could understand her. I went home and told my dog all about it. He thought it was funny. He laughed and laughed. Yes, I do like the Beatles. How about you? Do you like the Beatles? If so, what's your favorite Beatles song? Or what are a few songs in your top 10? I know it's a tough question to answer. What's your favorite Beatles song? What are a few in your top 10? If you don't like the Beatles, what is it you don't like about them? Well, Lifeform voices an opinion that one might hold. People can hold all sorts of opinions. Do I know the D? Well, I'm familiar with my own D that we're talking about. I use it to, let's say, inform my wife. I think that's a good euphemism for sex. I need to go inform my wife about some things right now. She needs to spend some time at my information kiosk. So, the Mavericks, Tenacious D. I've heard a few things by them. I'm not super familiar with them. Some people have argued the Beach Boys are better. Nobody, do you think the later albums, the albums after Rubber Soul, but not including Let It Be, are their best albums? I'm fond of The Word. It's a really funky song. It's really good. Pet Sounds was the best album. You know, a lot of people wax kind of poetic about Pet Sounds as an album. It is now a 4-point game with the Dallas Mavericks that had 41-37. Fair enough. I also, When I'm 64 is a great song. I like I like the medley on the back of Abbey Road, but particularly she came in through the bathroom window. I think is a good, excellent. Was that the first song ever to use a theremin recorded? Possible, but the theremin's not a very good instrument actually. It's kind of sound they it works for they make it work, but so with a 4 point lead, Mr. Washington from the Mavericks is at the free throw line. No, not George Washington. Basketball player's last name is Washington. Yeah, they it worked for them. I think you'd be ill advised to try to include it in your music most of the time, but they did a good job with it, and it was kind of consistent with their whole vibe, their whole like airy kind of um, cathedralish vibe. You think George Washington, if he were alive, would play for the Celtics? I think he might be a 76er, though, John McCauley. Don't you think? Wouldn't that make more sense? If George Washington had his pick of teams, that he'd play for the 76ers? What is that? Shauna, is that a quote of somebody specific? Why did the cat have to go to an accountant? They got caught up in a pyramid scheme. That's a horrible joke. Just terrible, horrible. 2 point game. Clippers appear to be at the free throw line with a chance to make it a 1 point game. We shall see what happens next. Derek Lively now has 3 fouls. Will take a seat on the bench. Make way for our replacement Maverick. And the free throw is good. It's 43-42. The Dallas Mavericks are in front. Oh, is that what he says? I can't understand him a lot of the time. The vocals aren't very loud, right? Beware the mallet weapon wallet nappers. Okay, I will beware the mallet weapon wallet nappers. Those mallet weapon wallet nappers. What are they? Who do they think they are? That's a foul for sure. So the Mavericks did not make the shot. However, they did get fouled in the act of shooting, it looks like. And I believe, yes, he's at the free throw. So I like the part at the end where he goes, talking, he seems to be talking about some of the kids who are kind of in the song, like the ones presumably doing the jump roping, I guess. And he's like, Mazela, Mazuzi, Mazazu, Mazu. Like that part. I like the part. It is a great. No, it does feel good to say. It's great. It's wonderful. It's a perfect insult. Beware. Forget the beware part, but just you mallet weapon wallet napper. Get out of here, you. It's a good. It's a good old fashioned sounding insult. I like it a lot. Here's a tongue twister there for you, John McCauley, that I made up. Crunchy country croutons. Say that 5 times. Crunchy country croutons. Then switch it. Country crunchy croutons. Crunchy country croutons. Country crunchy croutons. See if you can do that without some practice. I've had some practice. So, foul on the Clippers. It's going the other way. The Mavericks will now be on offense. No points for the Clippers. Apparently, there was a push off underneath the basket. Number 14 is objecting to the referee's interpretation of these events, saying, "No, sirs, you're incorrect." But none of anybody is listening to him. None of anybody. His Izzy Gizzeros is all his aid. Tim Izzo is out the Wizay Sizzo. The Gizzaz can play Bizasket Bizarre. His A was that Nizzo, Yizzo, is ain't, Yizzo, Bizet, Mizzo, Movies. What in the world? So that's where that shit began. It's like, and then it was brought back by like Snoop and stuff many years later, and we thought like they invented it, but they didn't. Double Dutch Bus invented it. You have to move out the way so the guys can play basketball. Say what? No, you ain't. Y'all better move. Say what? That's pretty tricky to do. Why do ducks have feathers on their tail to cover their butt quacks? Well, you're not going to win any awards at the Joke Festival, though. Let's admit that right now. His egg is his Earl's. His is eye. Why does the Easter Bunny hide his eggs? So that nobody else can find them? So that children can find them? He doesn't want anyone to know he's fucking the chickens. I like that joke, John McCauley. That's a good one. That's a good joke. I like it. It's a funny joke. Well, now the Dallas Mavericks are back to a 6-point lead. H to the Izzo, B to the Izza. At four shizzle, my nizzle used to dribble down the bar to the Izzo Bazizzo. Why is it illegal to pick up beer cans on the Silitz Highway? I don't know. Is it illegal to pick up beer cans on the Silitz Highway? They're considered Native American artifacts. Okay. The Clippers now close the lead to 4. They make a basket. Now somebody's calling timeout. It's a 4-point game. Dallas is in front. Close game. But someone's called timeout. There's only 2:50 left in the second quarter. I don't get it, John McCauley. I don't get it. It may be a Canadian joke. I've never even heard of the Silence Highway. I don't know what that means. How am I supposed to get that joke? If I don't know what the Silence Highway is, I don't get it at all. It sounds like it must be a Canadian joke. It only makes sense if you're Canadian, maybe. What did the homeless man get for his birthday? A new home? Oh. How am I supposed to know that? Did you hear about my neighbor who just got arrested for growing weed? I guess my property line isn't where I thought it was. But the Double Dutch Bus has stayed on our playlist. I like to listen to it every time it comes on. It's fun. I think they should turn the vocals up a bit in the mix. But so it goes. Why shouldn't cows smoke weed? Because the stakes would be too high. Raven Simon has a cover of it. A cover of what? How do you say Vaseline in German? Wasserline? I'm not sure. Oh, it has a cover of Double Dutch Bus. Der Wiener Schneider. People use Vaseline for other things, you know. John Macaulay. I use it as chapstick, basically. In front of my lips when they're dry, dry, dry. Well, I'll have to. I don't want to listen to it though. What is green and has four wheels? Mm, a skateboard because it's green energy. Grass. I lied about the wheels. That made it hard to guess. That's how you got me. I did that one time. Just for you, Cat's Meow. Just for you. To make you happy. Got my feet up. You ever heard of Australian bastard cannabis? No, I never have heard of Australian bastard cannabis. Well, no coke in my nose, fact to tell her. I'm not doing any coke. With a 7-point lead, the Mavericks, and with 2 minutes left in the half, have the ball, and scream and scratch at the. What would the founding fathers do if they were alive today? Scream and scratch at the roof of their coffins. Indeed. Mavs are on top by 7 points ahead of the Clippers and at the free throw line with a chance to extend their lead to 8. Yes, and then sequentially now to 9 points potentially. They're pointing to one Kawhi Leonard, who's missed 14 games this season with injury. He's on the bench right now, and I'm not sure what's wrong with him. The second free throw is no good. Clippers grab the rebound. Dallas has an 8-point lead, 2 minutes left in the half. Westbrook brings the ball up, gives it to Harden. Harden near the half-court line, facing up against number 11. Now switched off onto number 77, I think it is. Harden believes he can take him off the dribble. Does. Gets around him. Lobs a pass up to a guy who's coming in from the side. It's no good. Harden gets the rebound. Attempt shot. It's no good. Attempts a crazy pass that was ill-advised. Somehow Westbrook ends up with it. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. He tries to pass it off. No time left on the shot clock. And then finally, the big guy gets a shot out, but it's no good. 8-point lead for Dallas still. And a crazy flying slam dunk. Link to the court pass. Wow. Great job by the Mavericks there. Friends are like balloons. If you stab them, they die. Williams says basketball. With under a minute left, the Mavs now have a 10-point lead. Harden attempts to bounce pass. He's very fond of those. Westbrook attempts a 3-point shot, which is no good. The Clippers do a good job of attempting to get the rebound, but still don't get it. And it looks like it's going to be Mavericks ball with a chance to extend their 10-point lead with under a minute left in this first half. So if the Clippers are going to want to win this game, they're going to need to be a little bit more of good basketball players. Okay, the Dallas Mavericks now. They give it to number 11. He's dribbling around, trying to get into the lane. He does. He kind of pushes off the big guy. Nice fall-away jumper. Makes it 12-point lead for the Mavericks. Fun fact, potato is the only English word which starts with P and ends with otato. Clippers with the ball, under 20 seconds remaining. It's given off to Westbrook, who has the ball blocked, the shot blocked, out of bounds. We can't play basketball. We're small. We're too small for basketball. Who are we? Are you talking about the Indian people? Indian times. Okay, with 12 seconds left now, something's happened. Something dramatic. Looks like Paul George, number 13, will be taking his turn shooting shots from the free throw line for reasons I do not know. I didn't see what happened. I'm on Luca under 33.5 and Clippers win. Not looking good on either front at the moment. Well, Paul George attempts the free throw and he makes it. And now it is an 11-point game. I love badminton most, but yesterday we lost it. Goddamn Indonesia. That Indonesia always winning and badminton. Curses to those cursed Indonesians. Okay. Now we've got Paul George attempting a second free throw, trying to make it a 10-point game. He makes a second free throw, and he's feeling pretty good about his free throw shooting. Now the Dallas Mavericks, they get the ball. And number 11 drops it off to 71. And 71 or 77 or whatever the number is. That's traveling. That should be traveling. 77 is what it is. Well, he doesn't get the ball off in time, it doesn't look like. Anyways, 10-point game at halftime. Mavericks up by 10. That boy Klaus had the Clippers winning this game. You know, I think it's still anyone's game with a 10-point lead. Let's now switch to the hockey game. 15 minutes until the second period starts in the hockey game between the Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings. Are there any other sporting activities on right now? Well, there's also a soccer game, Columbus Crew versus CF Monterrey. However, that also appears to be that also appears to be at halftime. We're learning about osteobiplex in the commercials. So all three games are on break. Thanks, Show Media. I appreciate you. Congratulations. Been a long time coming. Your mom was so stupid when she heard the middle of the road is where accidents happen. She went there and peed. Why don't kleptomaniacs understand puns? Because they take everything literally. Hockey is our loose. We got bronze in last Olympics. Congratulations, you hockey playing volley music kings. William says soccer, 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 soccer. In a couple months, you will have surpassed Melissa Squawks in terms of subs. Maybe. We will find out. It depends on the individual stream whether or not it's being productive for me, you know. Some streams seem to be a lot more successful at getting new eyes on it than others, perhaps. Regardless, I'm just gonna keep on plugging, you know, see what happens. Australia, Netherlands, Germany, you need to stop taking their spots right now. Baseball, baseball, baseball. We don't have any baseball games on right now. The Oakland A's are riding, I believe, a 4-game winning streak, which is pretty crazy. And there are only 2 games under 500. The Oakland Athletics are having quite the season so far, considering how low the expectations were, you know. I mean, it's down from the peak, right? Like, the peak was at like 3,200 or something a month. Now we're at like 2,200 a month. So obviously we are. I'm waiting to see when that thing stabilizes, right? Whether it stabilizes at 2200, 2000, or whether it stabilizes at 1000, it makes a big difference. And in theory, I suppose it could go back up again, but I see that as being kind of inherently unlikely. Huge, says Rob Neheidner. Huge to you too, Rob. Welcome. This is a place where Robs are encouraged to be. Nobody's going to say, hey, if you're a Rob, you're not okay. Here, we're going to say you are okay. Be you a Rob, a Bob, a Knob, or a Cobb. I invented a new word, plagiarism. Football, 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 football. And then ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Boxing, 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 boxing. So, all right, we've got a soccer game here at half in which Monterrey appears to be defeating Columbus by a score of 1-0. And they're doing some highlights from that game. It would appear that, in fact, Columbus scores a goal at the end of stoppage time, so it's 1-1 now at half, I'm sure. And yeah, 1-1 at half. Thanks to that goal in stoppage time by Columbus, it's Monterrey 1, Columbus 1. This is reportedly in the second leg of CONCACAF. Yes. Bowling, curling, a lot of different sports that you might be paying attention to here. The hockey game restarts in 10 minutes, according to the thing at the bottom of the screen here. The Clippers game still at halftime. It's time to pull some balls. When there's a break in the action, that means it's time to pull some balls. And think about life, the meaning of it all. Reflect upon the horrors, the sorrows, the sadness, the truth, the reasons, the meow meow, the meow meow, the mooth, right? Vermouth. All right. Darts. Ain't no one want to play no darts, William. That's for British people. Instead of calling my toilet the John, I call it the gym. That way it sounds better in the morning when I say, I got to use the gym. I got to go to the gym. That's pretty funny. It works off the fact that the gym is both a person's name and the name of a place one goes to work out. Are you going for T20 World Cup? You mean, am I trying out for the under 20 World Cup team? I should, huh? I should try out for that. Look at me play soccer. I'm just a kid. Kasaka, kicking the ball. That's what it would be like if I were to do that. It's almost like the different games planned it this way so that everybody has halftime at the same time. What's up with that bullshit? That's some bullshit. I've got an itchy nose. I've got an itchy nose. My nose itches so much that I've got an itchy nose. Meow, 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 meow. This is a commercial for shaving. Nobody cares about you shaving, okay? Just knock it off already. Am I going to the cricket match? No, I don't care at all about cricket. Cricket's like baseball, but unfamiliar to me. Unfamiliar baseball. Nobody wants to watch unfamiliar baseball. People barely want to watch familiar baseball. Unfamiliar, wrong rules baseball. This is what they should call cricket. Strange and confusing pseudo baseball. That's what they should call cricket. You're coming. All right, you guys are welcome to win the Cricket World Cup. I could care less, okay? No, I don't like rickets. It's some sort of malnutrition disease, I believe. I've got rickets and dropsy and leprosy too. I've got scurvy and bori for true. Is it 90 degrees in the corner? Oh, I see. It's a math joke. USA invented cricket? Wow. Take that, rest of the world. Take that. Even if you like cricket, we invented it, okay? We're the cricketeers. We imagineering cricketed. Do you have a bot running these jokes? No, I don't think there's any bot. I think people just Googling jokes to put. Like, why did the Eric pull the bong rip? To get to the other side. Why did the Eric pull the bong rip? To get to the other side and screw in some light bulbs before walking into a bar with a rabbi, a nun, and a priest. Oh, we're going to play India in New York in cricket. See you later, India. You're going to be inundated with chants of USA from the stands. And you'll be so scared. You'll be like, stop. We can't even possibly play cricket. Pig says freestyle. Okay, here I am. I'm gonna freestyle because my name is Eric and I'll rap a while. I will make up some words as I watch commercials. I'm waiting for the game to turn back into Herschel. Herschel Walker is the guy who's commentating this here game. I can think that it is grating your nerves to hear me freestyle more. So I'm gonna stop this before you call me a whore. There you go. Ask and you shall receive, pig. It's the halftime in all of the games right now. It's halftime in the basketball game, halftime in the hockey game, or intermission in the hockey game. 3 minutes left on the intermission in the hockey game, and halftime in the soccer game as well. So we're having to just, this is a halftime show. I'm like Justin Timberlake plus Janet Jackson. That's what I'm like. Wardrobe malfunction, spring break! Spring break! That's how we keep you entertained here at halftime. Well, that's how we win. Okay, Polly Music King. So what's the word? We steal the best Indians and make them be America team. And we co-opt, that's the word. We co-opt the best and the brightest of your cricket players and say, you are now America. Rakshid Hakalaka Pakalaka, you are now America. Men broke into a drugstore and stole all the Viagra. The police put out an alert to be on the lookout for the two hardened criminals. I'm going to need to pat you down, sir. My wife is in bed. Here downstairs, she's lying in bed, probably listening to her head, listening to this live stream while she goes to sleep and starts to dream about Eric, who is freestyling this. He's making raps to answer TYP's question that he asked of me. Where is my wife? She's over there now, see? Anyway, the halftime show here, but it's a variety show. It involves a little bits of rapping, involves some jokes. She streamed yesterday too long. Well, you can't really stream too long. You may have gotten tired of it, but she streamed as long as she felt like streaming. Or you mean she's tired because she streamed too long yesterday? I see. Yeah, it's possible. She's a little bit, tired and squawked out from a prolonged squawk, as they say in the Monty Python skit. Tired and shagged out following a prolonged squawk. Americans can play basketball. I can play basketball, but not very well. What sport? If I had to play a sport and be like, okay, Eric, you have to win the Olympic gold medal in this sport, no matter what, or else the world will end. The world will explode. Everybody's counting on you. What sport would I have the best chance of winning an Olympic gold medal in, do you think? Would it be curling? Would it be well, the hockey game's back on. So Edmonton has a power play for a minute and a half to go yet here, and they're trying to take advantage of that to take a lead on the Los Angeles Kings. Currently, the game's tied 1-1. Series, Edmonton has a 3-1 lead. The NBA is very popular in India too, says Bolly Music King. I see. Number 31, the goalie of the Kings seems to have gotten the puck, and that has caused a stoppage in play. Meanwhile, in the soccer game, that's also restarted. Monterrey versus Columbus. Columbus now has taken the ball. They're kicking it between the yellow-clad players. Here you go, says one to the next. And I shall now kick it back to you, says the latter. And they're kicking it around. That guy's taking it. Now he's kicking it over to that guy. Each of the players in yellow having their turn, it seems, with the soccer ball. Now it's number 14. He's being pressed by a blue defender and kicks it back around the midfield line. He now kicks it down in the middle, and the yellow player drives into the basket area, the goal area. And in fact, Columbus scores a goal. Unless they called offside, which I don't think they did. That looked like a good goal to me. Nice move, nice shot, nice play by the soccer players in yellow to take a 2-1 lead. Wow, I got to see a goal. Just in a little bit of time. Now the Clippers game's back on. Clippers have the ball, but they turn it over. 10-point lead for Dallas. Dallas is getting the ball now. Don't miss the time-bending, heart-pounding new season of The Lazarus Project, premiering June 9th on TNT. I'm kind of curious about that. I kind of want to see that one. Chess is my game. I think maybe rhythmic gymnastics would be my most likely to get a gold medal. Middle East nations took all the Africans and winning medals, and now we're lagging. Well, don't know what to tell you. You can take solace in the fact that you have more colorful dust involved in your day-to-day lives than most countries do. Maybe there's pride to be taken in that. Lakers cut the lead to 8. I mean, the Clippers do. Rhythmic gymnastics. It's just going like that, basically. It's a pretty great sport. Is bong smoking considered a game? It's not, but maybe one day it will be. Maybe one day this will be a sport. Watch sports, live stream commentary, pull bong rips. Who can do it the best? It's judged by, panel of experts. Each country gets one judge, but everybody's got to do it in English, obviously, because otherwise it wouldn't be fair if French people were doing it in French. But everybody has to do it in English, or else it's not fair. Why is that fair? Because English, you speak English. That's fair because English is the number one language. Chess is your game, but we need more guys. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Are there any sports that are native to India, like before England came around? Like.
I didn't want you to go off the chair. I just wanted to pet you.
Who can stand on top of an elephant and ride it around a circle the most times without falling off, or something like that? Hobby horsing would be my sport. Would I be MVP in boxing? Probably not. I don't smoke that many bong rips. It would be like the one of those events where you ski, you shoot, and you. What's the other thing they do? They ski, they shoot, and they do something else. I don't remember what it is. But one of those kind of things. You commentate the game. Clippers are now down by 11 points, but have the ball. Harden bring the ball up court. There is plenty of time, obviously, left in the third quarter, 8.5 minutes or so. Harden apparently draws a foul as it appears the ball is staying down on this end. Probably he will take it out of bounds. I suspect that was on the floor. No, he is apparently going to be shooting free throws. Yes, Tyrone Washington. You don't have to ask me if you can ask a question. Just ask your question. It's always okay to ask a question. I don't have to answer it. I'm hoping your political question is also about somehow links to the Dallas Mavericks versus the Los Angeles Clippers. So Mr. Harden makes, I guess, both free throws, yes, cutting the lead to 9. Now, the Dallas Mavericks bring the ball up the court. They're looking to score. He kicks it out to number 55, who attempts a three-point shot that's wildly off. Rebounded by the center for the Clippers, a tall European-looking fellow. Not sure what his name is or anything. Now it's backcourt violation thanks to Harden's ineptitude as the ball goes off Harden's foot. The big man tries to save it to no avail. And everybody says, wah, 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 wah. Where number 7 actually tried to save it, my mistake. Paul George, is that who that is? Number 7? I don't know who that is. Now, with a 9-point deficit, Clippers get the ball. I guess somebody was fouled. missed the shot. Harden misses the 3-point shot. Number 14 grabs the rebound. Harden drives the lane and loses control of the ball again, looking like a sloppy ne'er-do-well. No good, Nick. Meanwhile, Dallas drives all the way down the court, scores a 2-point basket and one. They're going to take him out. I'm going to say no. I don't want to go to Diddy's after party, nor do I want to go to his regular party. Okay? Diddy and his parties can get out of here. I don't want anything to do with him and his parties. He seems like a real... He makes me shake my head in dismay and displeasure. All right, Kyrie Irving has made it a 12-point game in favor of the Dallas Mavericks. Well, thanks, Tyrone. I'm glad that you have evaluated my answer as correct. For some reason, there's another stoppage in play here. I don't know who was fouled, what happened. People are raising their arms up. People are milling about. Now the Clippers finally inbound the ball. Harden, who's made a mess of things the last couple of possessions, this time passes the ball off to somebody who's not going to dribble the ball off of his foot, perhaps. Number 13, looking like he's having a little bit of trouble, but now one-on-one, kicks the ball out to a 3-point shooter who throws up a decent-looking shot, but it does not go in the ball. Diddy is as useful as Yui, and Q. It's correct. Thank you, Sean, for reminding me of that one. That's a winning insult. Now, the white guy on Dallas' team, Dokic, how do you say his name even? I don't know. He is looking like he's going to make shots and be happy with himself. Number 77. I love America, but I hate your deep state. Well, I am sorry about our deep state. I'm not sure what exactly it is, or, well, look, I don't know. But I do know this. I'm not even in the shallow state. I'm just in a state of chilling. So, whatever's going on in secret with government people and stuff doesn't involve me. You know what I do all the time. You can see it here on YouTube. Pretty hard for anybody to believe that I'm some sort of secret intelligence agent or whatever. After this many years of living my life on YouTube, I have to be the most undercover secret agent in history, right? Well, the LA Kings have got a 2-1 lead over the Edmonton Oilers, who lead in the series 3-1. The Columbus Yellows still have their 2-1 lead over the Monterey Blue people. And in the basketball game, we still have a commercial. This particular commercial is for Nutrafol.com/men. Apparently something that makes your hair stay on your head. I'm not sure. Look at all my hair. Everybody's like, I got so much hair now. I love it. This is a get out of here baldy commercial. Hockey commercial, soccer, not commercial. Basketball commercial. I love you too, my darling. Are you going upstairs? Is that what you're
No, I'm staying in bed.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, but those are the only the people that don't know you're an identical triplet. Okay, well, so if I were an identical triplet, Lou, then what you're saying could make sense. Either one of us could be devoted to this end of the job, or we could take turns. Sometimes it'd be me here, and sometimes it'd be one of my 2 identical meows. No, 9/11 was an inside job. Sorry, bro. understand it to be an inside job. Building 7 is sufficient to convince me of that. I think it counts as more than just the preponderance of the evidence. I think it qualifies as a legit smoking gun. And I don't make that claim lightly about things. So I'm going to default with the status quo on the moon landing until convinced otherwise. There's one significant thing that made me go like, what the hell? Maybe the moon landing is a little specious, but I'm still going to stick with the status quo explanation on that it's legit until I hear more convincing arguments that it's not. No, I know. I've done a lot of research on this Tyrone Washington back when it was happening, you know. No, I don't know what that is. Is that really a thing? The Albert Einstein Institute for Regime Change? Well, it says, I've heard enough. Yeah, the difference between moon rocks that America brought back purportedly from the moon, which supposedly showed that there was no difference between the moon rocks and Earth rocks, really. And then Chinese bringing back moon rocks that ran counter to that, and then the U.S. going, oh, by the way, actually, we just retested one of these rocks we just found, and we have that too now. It's really, really specious seeming. Was World War II scary? I was not alive during World War II. Probably it was, though, I'm guessing. Depends where and how you were involved with it. Moon landing is fake. Elon Musk is filling all of you. What is he filling us all with? Fooling all of you? How is he fooling us? Fooling us with what? I've seen Starlink with my own eyes. I've seen it on 2 different occasions. I think it's called Starlink, right? I've seen it overhead. Rachel's seen it too. Clear as day, weird, crazy. Well, thanks, Velux, for retro. If your grandpa was genuinely in World War II, then let's say he was 20 and 46, 80 and '06. He's 102 right now. Right? Is that right? No, it's not quite right. He's 98. Sorry, 98 right now. So if you genuinely think I look older than your grandpa, who's at least 98 years old, then your grandpa looks fantastic for 98, I think. I mean, he did Starlink. I've seen the satellites myself with my own eyes. I was like, what the hell is that? And it was crazy. I've never seen anything else like it before, except I've seen it now. I've seen it twice. And I thought, wow, we really are living in the future. So why wouldn't he, in his kind of weird Elon Musky, like hero of the tech world or something, trouble? Why wouldn't he? Why can't you conceive of him shooting one of his cars into space? What's Elon scared of? Yeah, I know. William Shatner's old. Moo Moo says, squiggle scrags, squiggly scrags. Everybody look at my squiggly scrags. So it's a 21-point lead now for Dallas. The Clippers apparently have decided they're just going to lose this game, I guess. A 3-point shot, no good. Dallas looks to be comfortably ahead in this game. But there's plenty of time left if the Clippers want to put a run together here. They're going to need to get a basket without turning the ball over first. Green says, oh, daddy, I'm not your daddy, and I don't want to be your daddy at all. Shatner's definitely what you call uh, full of vim and vigor kind of old timer. Sean L. Rice. Yeah, my triplets. Oh, Eric, Gregory, and Rice. It's not evening, it's night. Is it night now? I guess it can't. What time does night start? 8 o'clock? Mowing the lawn is your least favorite garden chore, huh? You ask what you want, Tyrone. It's fine. I know I'm not gonna bother probably with the rest of this basketball game unless something dramatic changes. The hockey game, however, is 2-2. So we'll see. Maybe I'll watch a little hockey here. Los Angeles Kings have a power play, but they're currently having to get the ball back on offense, which they do. Oh, it should be a penalty. It is a penalty, I think. It is a penalty. So now it might be 5-on-3 for the next 51 seconds. Grass in my yard is a waste of space, but also hard to get rid of. Casey Jones says, basketball. Well, I was watching the basketball game. I'm going to check back on it here when the commercials are over. But unfortunately, the Mavericks are just destroying the Clippers. It's not much of a game. Meanwhile, the hockey game, the LA Kings versus the Edmonton Oilers, it's 2-2. The coach of the Kings is upset that no penalty on that was called, I guess. And in fact, there is a penalty called. One of the Kings is now in the penalty box. I'm not sure what's going on there in the Kings game. The basketball game is still meandering its way to nothing town. I feel like that's probably happening to me too, Matthew. Probably because it stays light later than boom dark late arrive together. Makes sense, Lou. Utah just got an NHL hockey team. Congratulations for them. It used to be Arizona's, I believe. Now, the LA Kings are trying to take advantage of a power play, 5-on-4, and I'm not sure what's happening. They're just playing around over there in the corner. Double-bladed weed cutter was easier and more fun than an electric grass mower. The Kings have the puck down in the Oilers, and there's only 5 seconds left on the power play. Power play is now over. The Kings missed that shot. They are going to probably, now the Oilers are going to get a power play because that's got to be a penalty on the Kings there. Yeah, lawns are done. We don't have a lawn. I'm glad to not have a lawn. I should clean up the sticks, but I'm very lazy. In the soccer game, meanwhile, the Columbus yellow team is still ahead by a score of 2-1 over the Monterey blue team. Ooh, the blue team just attempted a header that was on goal. Good attempt by Mr. Blue, but no dice as the goalie caught that attempted shot with his hands. Now the goalie kicks it down the field. Get away from me, he says to the ball. He finds the head of his yellow teammate downfield, but after some skirmishing around, the blue team, nope, now the yellow team has it back. They're dribbling around. Here I go. I'm going to try to get a goal, he says. And now he shoots on goal. Goalie has it, though. No score for the Yellows. The Blues now are dribbling. They say, we're going to have our turn to be on offense. You watch us go. And now they're moving the ball past the half-court line, half-field line, the half-pitch line. And now kick go the dribbles. He's passed it in there to the middle. The blue team is saying, we're going to go this time. We're going to score an important goal. He drives in. He aims it. He's got the head of a blue teammate who hits it on goal. But again, the goalie gets it. These are a bunch of shots on goal here in a row. It's crazy. You don't normally see that much action in soccer. The Mavericks are now up by 22 points. And I don't know what the Clippers think they're doing here, but they're playing the Benny Hill song now. Well, now it's a 24-point lead for Dallas. Meanwhile, in the hockey game, Edmonton has a 2-minute power play. There's a face-off in the Kings' end of the ice. Another face-off goes awry. And with still 2 minutes left on the Edmonton power play, they will try the face-off again. The puck drops now, and it looks like the Kings control the puck afterwards. No, it's kind of being kicked around by various parties. Now, Edmonton has the puck. Edmonton is trying to score a goal on the Los Angeles Kings, trying to take advantage of this power play. They're passing it around like, we got one more player than you, motherfuckers. We're going to score a goal. We're the Edmonton Oilers. You better watch out. They take a shot, but the goalie stops them. Get out of here, puck, he says. And then the referees whistle it dead. Have I smoked any good trees lately? I have smoked some good trees. First I smoked some maple trees, then I smoked some pine trees, then I smoked some oak trees, then I smoked some cedar trees. Which trees do you want to smoke? Would you like to smoke with me because you're the Pope? The Pope is allowed to smoke with me at any moment. According, I'm going to afford you the same right, the right of papal smoking. So you and I can both pull bomb rips right now at the same time if you'd like. I will pack myself one. I deserve one. I've earned one. I've done a good job of live streaming throughout these games. My favorite strains are Jack Herrera and Northern Lights. Maybe a little bit of the old Gorilla Glue number 4. I'm not particularly, for example, thunderstruck by Alaskan Thunderfuck. A lot of people are. I'm not a grandpa, Yinny Alvarez. It's okay. Everybody says that. I'm just a regular father. I've got a 25-year-old daughter in Los Angeles by the name of Delilah. Delilah. I know I don't like CBD strains. The time I checked those out was when I was in Hawaii and they only had legalized CBD strains. I don't care how old I look or whatever people want to say. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just trying to live like a normal life with happy times and good feelings. Trying to speak truths, explain things well, appreciate good jokes. At the moment, I'm trying to enjoy a hockey game, even though it's not listed in the title of this. Title says Clippers, Mavericks, but that game's a blowout. In this instance, however, we're talking about a hockey game that's tied. Obviously, that's more interesting than a basketball game that's a blowout. So, with the Edmonton power play coming to an end, it's still 2-2, but then Edmonton shoots and scores. Oh no. You Oilers are a couple of real spoilers. You're spoiling the mood here with taking the lead over the Los Angeles Kings. Normally, I'd be happy for you because you're a Canadian team. I'd like to see the Canadians do well in hockey. However, in this instance, you're playing against the Los Angeles Kings, so that means you need to get defeated. I want to mow my face. I don't really want to mow my face. That's the thing. People say, cut your beard sometimes. Or some people say, nice beard. Or like, that's a large beard or something like that, So people make commentary. But I think it's fine the way it is. It could be a little, I would like to do a little bit of a beard and haircut. It's getting a little long. I hate it when it's getting in my mouth, like here. It's annoying. So the Kings are battling it out with the Oilers here, trying to take back from the Oilers a 1-goal lead by scoring a third goal of their own. However, in the moment, it's just kind of a slang term for weed, I just need to get it with some scissors. I pack bowls mostly. I don't have pre-rolls for sure. I roll my own if I'm going to smoke joints, but I generally prefer to smoke bong rips, This one got a little clogged here. Makes me want to write a one-act play called The Cloggage, a story of despair, in which a man's bong becomes so clogged that he can't pull a single bong rip through it, and he can never get it clean despite hours of trying. Good job, Lou. Good job. Let's do it together. Well, on the rocks or neat. I don't drink alcohol. So, neither. No, I never make fir needle tea. I wanted to make tea, I'd make it out of tea leaves. But instead, because I'm a regular American, Sean, I drink coffee. And that's one to grow on. So who drinks fir needle tea? People from Treeland? Bong is neat. I think my bong rip's neat. Just Through some regular water is fine. It doesn't need to be iced. This particular bomb is like impossible to ice it because it's got such small entryways for liquid. But I could, I suppose, like freeze the waters in it for a little while until it's almost ice, and then use that to smoke through. Pine needle tea is free. I'm having some wonderful, naturally sourced grand fir needle tea right now. It brings the taste of the forest into my heart. The thing is, what's most important thing of all about like live streaming and stuff is that it provides a comfort to my heart to just be here chilling with, not a ton of people watching the game. It's like it's a continuity for me that seems to carry through most things, right? That throughout my daily activities, much of the time I've got various people chilling. It's like actually hanging out with a group of people, except without any of the complications of doing them in person. It's easier. It's, obviously the environment changes, the mood changes from time to time, etc. Different, different expressions of like what it is to different expressions of talking with famous people. Yeah, well, I guess that's what I'm saying right now is I'm appreciating having a fairly quiet, uh, chaos-free chat. Right? It gets sometimes a little chaotic around here these days if we're getting things popping a lot. Things are pretty quiet today, probably because the title of this isn't particularly enticing or isn't particularly good at drawing people in, and other things, incidental or otherwise. But it feels kind of like a breather. No, I Matthew Alistair, even though I'm not FI of front stack, doesn't mean I can't have actual feelings. Pretending to have a feel. I don't know, I was just feeling comfortable. I was like, oh, that's nice. He's just playing, Lou. That's what he says anyway, according to him. I'd rather you not refer to her as such. First of all, she's not a mother. She's in bed. So it's commercial during the hockey game here. Meanwhile, the other channel is 21-point game, Dallas lead. And Clippers still clanking shots off of irons here. We'll see if they make a game of it in the last 10 minutes here of the fourth quarter. In the hockey game, we always have a 3-2 lead. It looks like they are showing what should be a slashing penalty. It looks like it was called, and now we have an Edmonton power play for 2 minutes. So obviously, that's unfortunate. Thank you, Lou. We'd rather that not those sort of things just rather they not be directed at my wife, you know. Really that kind of thing be present at all, but a certain amount of it I might tolerate, but there's no reason to objectify my wife. Any such objectification, I'll do that. How about that? This sort of thing is reserved for me. I think you would say. Not that I'm prone to doing that sort of thing, but obviously, I guess there's no reason to further explain. So Edmonton on the power play, a minute left in the power play, still up 3-2. Of course, darling. Yeah. Sure, I understand, Lou. Makes sense. And it's obviously disrespectful to Rachel and accordingly to me. So it's the case that this environment is one in which the lines are a little bit further out from norms than they would be in other contexts, perhaps.
I love you.
I love you too, darling. You're a wonderful lady. Shows bad poop on your keyboard. There's no bad poop on my keyboard. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
It's just a regular keyboard, Jaden T2001.
Beauty queen.
Yeah, that cat's been sitting there since we moved here. Now Edmonton is up 4-2.
It's your favorite spot because you feel safe there.
And it seems as if the LA Kings are in trouble. So perhaps all of these games are turning into uninteresting affairs. Columbus still up 2-1 over Monterey.
What's up, trouble?
In the battle between yellow and blue on the soccer pitch.
Want to go out?
Monterey throws the ball in. They're running out of time. They need to tie it up or they're going to lose the game. With that nice header. Oh! He gets number 9. He's looking for a foul. He's not going to get it. The ball's advanced by the yellow team. Is it offside? It's not clear. The shot is good. If it's not offside, that's a goal. 3-1 Columbus. We'll look at the replay. I believe the offside flag stayed down, but we'll have to look at the replay and see if, in fact, it was onside. It was close. It was close. Let's look at the replay. Come on, TV. Let's show the replay. I want to see if it was, in fact, onsides. Pow. It is. It's onsides. Good pass. Excellent shot. Well played by the goalkeeper. It didn't matter. Mr. Crazy Hair, Mushroom Hair, just looped it right around the goalkeeper's outstretched hand and bam, into the back of the goal. Well done, sir. Excellent goal. Tough shot, tough angle against a well-positioned goalkeeper. Well done. Excellent work. So that's going to do it for the Monterey Blues. They're going to be losing this game. Now at the end of the second period, LA's down by 2 points. Everybody wants to have fisticuffs. But I don't think the Edmonton Oilers are feeling particularly at risk at the moment. Meanwhile, in the Clippers game versus the Mavericks, it looks as though somebody, well, it's still a 21-point game. It's like the same score as last time I looked at it, 92-71. It's weird. 93-71, 22-point game. Number 2 for the Mavericks, who's got a lot of curly hair. Derek Lively the second. He shoots it and he makes it, and it's a 23-point game. Mr. Harden for the Clippers bringing the ball up the court, 9.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And he shoots a 3-pointer over number 77 and misses it. Number 17 almost gets the rebound, but Harden is just missing everything. He's just second ass today. So just forget about the Clips. 17 minutes of the third period in the hockey game. Soccer game's almost over. Let's see what's going on in the chat. So, our evening of sporting events and commentary is drawing to a close. The soccer game almost over. In the 91st minute, in stoppage time with 4 minutes added, so it's only going to go to 94. The Monterey Blues are down 2 goals, 3-1. They're trying to frantically make the way upfield and score a late goal and make it interesting. And in fact, they've accomplished a good positioning, good pass, header to the middle again, trying to get the ball in position to shoot. He does pass the ball to a teammate. Good pass, good kick, but corner kick is the only outcome for the Monterey Blue people. And of course, Columbus falls to the ground. Oh, I'm hurt. I've got to lie here and waste a whole bunch of time. Clippers miss a free throw. They're toast. They're as toast as bread that's been in the toaster for hours. That's how toast they are. There's also currently going on a replay of the San Francisco Giants versus Boston Red Sox game. Which I'm not going to watch. Nothing much going on else in the sports world, unfortunately. With just a minute or so left in the soccer game, that yellow guy is faking injury is now finally getting carried off the field. Let's see what happens there. 22-point game now. Clippers have the ball. They're dribbling around, playing let's go, let's go. And some kind of a foul is called. I'm not sure what happened there. Clippers looking totally discombobulated. Still 15 minutes remaining until the third period of the hockey game. Go Wolves, says number 1. Hi, number 1. Gosha. Hello, Gosha. How are you? I hope you do the things you do. Columbus leading the soccer game has wasted a lot of the stoppage time lying around. Monterey fans are looking despondent in the stands. Someone commented, bro, what are you yapping on about? On my short of a river with music, 0 words. It was really funny to you. Shows you how much weight you should put into people's comments. What you yapping on about? Nothing at all. You know, people are strange. They do strange things that sometimes don't make any sense. It's funny, you just leave that to me. Should have said, it's a short history of the Monterey Bay Aquarium. That would probably confuse him some. It's just my attempt to explain plate tectonics. Would be another possible good reply. It's the debonification of ice cream process. Explaining how to fold soup. You know, to make it easier to carry.
I just see you and I have to pet you. Yes.
That's you talking to me.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Fro14. How's it going?
Oh, yes.
Are you the 14th Fro?
Oh, yes. Look at your majesty.
That's a Steve Martin joke. In his book, Cruel Shoes, he has one chapter called How to Fold Soup. Wow. So, the penalty shot taken by the yellow guy was...
Oh, yes, queen.
fold potatoes. Ice cream deboning, though, is also fantastic, you know. Well, Columbus has defeated Monterey by a score of 3-1. We're going to end that tab. This tab, nothing. Now, in tab number 1, we've got the Clippers basketball game. Is this game over yet? Well, technically, no. But it might as well be. Harden is playing terribly. He's having a horrible game. He should be very deeply embarrassed by his horribleness. Both George and Harden are having horrible games, combining for 6 out of 25 shooting. It's pretty poor. Pretty poor. Monica Lewinsky's here. I am having a wonderful night, and I hope you too are having an amazing night. It is so exciting to have Monica Lewinsky here. Actual celebrity here talking with famous people, Monica Lewinsky. What are you up to these days, Monica Lewinsky? Didn't you write a book or something? Meow. You know what's amazing about Monica Lewinsky? Is she just joined YouTube just a couple of weeks ago. And she's already here talking with famous people. How wonderful. So it is now in the I have several books and I'm an activist. She got a bad rap I went through, but she's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's a rough beginning to one's public life, right? That's an unfortunate introduction to the public, you might say. Well, yeah, apparently she has written some books and stuff. She's an activist. What kind of activism? Like for women and stuff? Like chicks are cool too? Is that is that your message? Chicks should be treated like, humans. You wildly, you, you wildly radical activist treating chicks like humans. Come on. What do you mean I shouldn't call them chicks? Well, I don't know what else to call them. Wouldn't that be funny if this were actually Monica Lewinsky? Like, no, seriously, I just joined YouTube just like a couple weeks ago. And, just fucking around on the app and decided to join Talking with Famous People, see what's going on. Figure, well, I'm famous, I should go there. Or should talk with me. You were right, Monica Lewinsky. You were right to come here where I could talk with you because we are, in fact, talking with famous people. I'm pretty sure that most of the I'm not busting Monica's chops. I didn't even bring it up. You're the one who just brought it up. I wasn't gonna mention anything. Matthew. Maybe give yourself a good hard look in the mirror there, buddy. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm all for Monica Lewinsky. I think she's fine. I don't have any problem with her at all. I don't want to dismiss her because she got caught up in that stuff, She seems like a perfectly swell person to me. Anyway, I don't feel so positively say about Hillary Clinton. Like she seems like very meh. I'm Hillary Clinton. I'm gonna Doesn't Hillary Clinton seem like that? I think so. No, Hillary Clinton makes me just go like, no, what are you doing? Just no. But I'm Hillary Clinton, and I think that we should do these bureaucratic things. Oh, great, Hillary. Great. Nah, yeah, I'm like the lady who works at the office in high school who gets you in trouble for being truant. I'm like that lady. I'm Hillary Clinton. That's how Hillary Clinton is like. She's like an office lady from high school, like a super bitchy one. Matthew, forget about that. Can we agree that Hillary Clinton is like the super bitchy office lady from high school? If we can agree on that, then that's all we really need to know about her. So now, like, no, lady, get off my ass. Just let it go. Who cares? Yeah, I care. I'm Hillary Clinton. She's like a snottier, more unpleasant version of Clarkson Hughes. Clarkson Hughes is just kind of a bit of a prissy guy. I'm Clarkson Hughes. Oh, I don't want that. That won't fit in with my things. I'm Clarkson Hughes. Well, Hillary Clinton is like Clarkson Hughes, but more like a witch sounding like. Meh. That's. I'm gonna make a bureaucracy for everything. Meh. You fill out paperwork, and you fill out paperwork. She's a lady who likes to make other people fill out paperwork. I think Hillary Clinton is. Like sits down at her desk and she's got all these paperwork forms for people to fill out, and she just waits for him to walk in. And yeah, and I go, "Hi, I've got a question about meow." Oh, about meow, huh? First, fill out this paperwork. Meow. Form 1342F. My NYC. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's really how Hillary Clinton talks either. That's probably not a good imitation of Hillary Clinton's voice. I can't really think of how she talks. I think we could all kind of do a Bill Clinton though. You know, people have a problem with this, people have a problem with that. But you want to hear me play the saxophone? You can kind of do some sort of Bill Clinton. Can't really do Hillary, what her actual voice sounds like. I mean, granted, my Bill Clinton is not very convincingly Bill Clinton. So I put together NAFTA, working together with the Mexicans and the Canadians. Does that sound like Bill Clinton? I'm not sure. I can't do Biden either. I can't really do Trump either. I'm not good at imitating people particularly. I can do Itchy, I think it is. She's a beautiful lady. From Itchy and Scratchy. It's about, I can't do a lot of imitations, you know. Yeah, I'm impressed with people who are pretty good at it too. So this thing, I guess I find it plenty adequate for my post-cigarette needs. Seem to get plenty of, seem to hit it fairly often, you know. But I wonder, it's like, I wonder if I were to count the number of puffs I do off of this thing a day, if it would be the same as the number of puffs I did with cigarettes. Just kind of curious. Let's see, who could I imitate? I could imitate my dad pretty well. At least 2 words of his. Ah, son. Um, I don't know. I have like general imitations, like Chinese woman on the phone, you know. Whose vape was this? Who it was the switch? Uh, I just quit cigarettes, you know, so I'm doing that too. to quit cigarettes. Will I vape forever? I don't know. Maybe not. It feels a lot better for my lungs. I can tell the difference. Pretty obvious, actually. So, we'll see if I continue vaping, and definitely not. Regardless, I'm done with cigarettes just for health reasons. I can just feel my lungs getting cashed, and it feels like a lot better now that I've quit smoking cigarettes. I can tell the difference, and so I'm just gonna have to stick with the vape. If the vape felt worse than cigarettes, then I have to come up with some other solution than a vape. But the vape doesn't feel as bad as cigarettes, so I'll go with that for a while. Yeah, I don't want to get COPD. With this particular vape, I like to take in a lungful of air, and then hit a little bit at the top of my lungs. It doesn't really seem to make me cough or bug me much. The other vape's weaker. I can hit that more like freely. This is kind of minty, though. Sometimes I hit this one. I'm kind of starting to switch over to the other one, which is regular flavor, whereas this is minty. This is pretty mild, so you can like take kind of a big hit off of it. You can kind of like feel the nicotine more than you can with cigarettes too. And if you take a few hits of it, it's kind of like gee 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 gee. So I think it definitely is cheaper as well. This one was only $20. This one was 30. So it's got like shit tons of puffs in it though. So I don't know. So I took a couple of gabapentins right now, and I think I'll additionally take a couple of these antihistamines. I took a couple of Tylenols. Why? Because I'm getting ready for bread. I'll be going to bed pretty soon. I grow my own smoke, green, and tobacco. Cool orange owl. I'm growing the former, but not the latter. So this dream is not especially long for the world. A gabapentin for me, it makes me sleepy. It makes me go to sleep. It's intended to treat neuropathy. My neuropathy is mostly gone. I have a little bit of it left, but not very much. I I've taken a lot more B vitamins than Rachel has. I periodically remember to tell her to take them, not very often. I'd like her to take them regularly for a stretch of time. I think they made a difference for me. I think over time, her neuropathy will also get better, especially if she takes extra B vitamins. So I'd like her to do that. But I take it not to treat the neuropathy, but rather to make myself go to sleep. It's like the best sleep drug I've encountered. Now, I will also take, hi Gosha, I will also take Benadryls like I did, a couple of Tylenols too, just two. Uh, assist in this process sometimes. Tylenols work as a mild mood stabilizer, and Benadryls and gabapentin both make you sleepy in different ways. Gabapentin's not an antihistamine. So, anyway, it's a good way to make yourself go to sleep, little Eric. Go to sleep with your sleep face. Go to sleep now, little Eric. Go to sleep with your sleep face. Yeah. Yeah, you won't see immediate results, Rich, but if you're steady at taking it, at least every day, maybe these multivitamins I got here, I think you'll actually see some improvement over time. You'll begin to notice the difference from when you're on the vitamins and not. It's only 9:30 where I am, but I need sleep. Plus these games are more or less over. LA is still battling here in the hockey game. With 12 minutes left in the third quarter, they only have 17 shots, so it's not like they've been making a lot of opportunities for themselves. You're going to have to score 2 goals to get back in this one. However, I guess you'd say if they score 1 goal, they're back in it. In the moment, down by 2 goals, I would call them more or less out of the game. 10:30 where you are? Because you in mountain time. You be living in the mountain time zone, Orange Owl. Congratulations. Everybody loves living in the mountain time zone. We're living in California standard, Pacific Standard Time. They sometimes call it PST. Not to be mistaken for PTSD. Well, the Edmonton Oilers are battling hard against the Los Angeles Kings, and finally, they've gotten the puck onto their desired place, trying to make shots against the Kings. Somebody lost their helmet. People are skating around, wondering what's going on. Everybody's having an adventure. The Oilers still have control of the puck down by the Kings' goal, but now the Kings have control. They've kicked it across the ice to one of their players. He's driving towards goal, takes a shot, doesn't work one way or the other. Still cold in the Mountain Time Zone. It's currently 52 outside. Not too bad. I don't go outside as much anymore since I quit smoking. I used to go outside a lot, have cigarettes, Now, I don't need to go outside to smoke, so I just go outside a lot less often. Rachel's, extreme love time with the cats. You can probably hear her. Oh, yes. Meow. Oh. Kings fighting hard, trying to get a goal back and make it interesting here as the third quarter winds down. 9 minutes left. Still got time in theory, but they need to make it a one-score game before take serious a comeback attempt. That sounds like how I talk to them. Yeah, Angel's very expressive in talking to the cats. The Oilers have the puck. Shift change for both teams. Eyeless gnome. Is it pink? Is what pink? I don't know. Is it pink? Is it brown? Is it blue? Is it green? Is it yellow, orange, red? Or what do you see? Eyeglass, eyeless, eyeless is gnome. If you're eyeless, how do you even know what color it is, pink or anything else, because you don't have any eyes? How about that? Eyeless gnome. If you don't have any eyes, what do you color? What do you care what color it is, huh? You can't even see color. You have to smell color. People don't smell color very correctly. The percentage of correctly identifying color with your eyes is close to 100%, but with your smell is more like 20%. It's a lot worse. And if you're trying to taste colors, your success rate is even lower. What do you think orange smells like? Does it smell like an orange? Does it smell like a pumpkin? Or does it just smell like, I don't know. Does it smell like, does it smell like trying? Maybe orange smells like trying. Look. Now do you smell it? Now do you smell it? Orange smells like trying. Green, I think, smells like plants, you know. We could say green smells like freshness. Orange smells like trying, green smells like freshness. Blue smells like depth or something. Red smells like boundaries. Black smells like night. Brown smells like the earth. White smells like the snow. Hey, I didn't know this old man liked the Clippers. This old man was watching the Clippers game before, but the Clippers got absolutely annihilated tonight by the Dallas Mavericks. Red smells like passion. What color smells like justice? Is there any color that smells like justice? It seems to be like Luca dude's good. I mean, Ducic, is that his name? Ducic or something like that? Yeah, number 77 is pretty good. And the Clippers don't have their Kawhi Leonard because their Kawhi Leonard is injured apparently. He likes to get injured all the time. He's like, hey, look at me, I'm Kawhi Leonard. I'm gonna get injured again. Look at me, I'm gonna hurt my leg. Now I'm gonna hurt my arm. I'm gonna constantly hurt myself. Gold smells like justice. Okay, cool, Orange Owl. I like that. Gold smells like justice. Doncic. Okay. Yes, this is the old man that invented smoking marijuana. I invented it, and I patented the process, and now everybody needs to give me $1 every time they smoke marijuana. Unfortunately, nobody seems to be giving me that $1. So I don't know. I also patented the wheel, and yet I've got people using wheels in all different capacities, and I'm not getting 1 cent from that, not even 1 penny. I also invented fire. Same deal. Why am I not getting any royalties on this? Or whatever you want to call them. Muggity meows. Yes, I'm your husband, Rachel. Hey, look, thanks, Parker. Finally, somebody pays me for the invention of meow. Thank you, the royalties. Thank you. I appreciate it, Parker. I will celebrate your paying of the royalties with the pulling of a bong rip. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's stuff that you're supposed to get. A lot of people aren't aware also that because I invented the high five, you're supposed to pay me every time you give a high five to anybody. Pig says freestyle. Again? Okay, a slow beat. There's going to be like a slow romantic rap. I am watching hockey. Oh, yeah. People skating on the ice. Oh, yeah. People with the sticks that are so nice and pushing pucks up and down and all around. It's wonderful to watch the hockey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And my freestyle about watching hockey. This movie's about a guy and a lady. Dinosaurs, robots, romance, and shady Abbey Road, bounty hunters, aliens, and stuff. It's on the Disney Channel. It's got everything enough for everybody. It's called, what is this show called? Doctor Who. Oh, it's the BBC presents Disney's Doctor Who or something. I am a pig. I'm a baby pig poop face. Don't have an OnlyFans. Alexander the Great. I've decided that I'm gonna occasionally give people on this channel a little bit of this though. Here's a little elbow. Oh yeah. All right. Elbow action. Look at it. This is where I bend my arm in half. I call it my elbow. Well, Mark, be done. You're gross. That's gross. Knock it off. Yellow smells like sunshine. Or urine, depending on the day. Night, Orange Owl. Sleep well. Don't let the bread bugs bite you. I'll remove your gross meow. Okay, Mark. Nobody needs to hear your grossness. You're welcome. Go walk your pet rock. Good idea. Otherwise, it'll get bored. I try to walk all the rocks around my house. I think Justice might be green. I think Justice might be sky blue. Pure, effervescent. Seen a lot of ads recently for full body deodorant. Deodorant that you can put on anywhere on your body, all over yourself. It's not just for your pits. I thought, maybe I need to put deodorant all over my body now. Just my feet, my legs, my undercarriage, my stomach, my back, my chest, my upper back, my shoulders, my arms, my neck, my pits, my face, my ears, my nose, everything. Send $1 to no. Don't play scammy scam bond bammy pam around here, Mr. Manny Dan. Ain't no mountain high enough to stop me from timing you out. You're lucky I didn't hide you right away. Your scammy bullshit. No scamming allowed. I hope you've learned a valuable lesson. Hello, host Eric. Goodsy. What's Goodsy mean? GTSY. Good to see you. That's what it means. Hi, Lady in Red. Nice to see you too. Right. I figured it out. I used my figuring brain to figure it out. Oh, so close. The Kings got very close to having an opportunity to score a goal here. Unfortunately, they still have not scored said goal. Still fighting hard, but time's running out. 3 minutes left. They're still down by 2 goals. They do have the ball down in the Oilers into the meow. How else am I going to feed my goats in Algeria without scamming? I don't know. Give them some hay or something. Jesus loves me, says Ice Hat Mohammed. All right, I'll keep that in mind. You're from Algeria. Ice Hat Mohammed says Jesus loves you and me, presumably. Orange Enjoyer wants to know if they're allowed to eat cats. You doing okay, Lumi? Who's Lumi? I don't know who Lumi is. Are you talking about Luminex? Luminix? I'm talking about Lou. I like how his name's Muhammad and he loves Jesus. But respects Buddha most. My name's Muhammad. I love Jesus, but I mostly respect Buddha, who ideally is worshiping Zoroaster. I call it my spiritual stew. You know, a lot of people say, don't worship false idols, but part of my spiritual stew, I say, don't worship more than 3 or 4 false idols. Seems like a fair deal, you know. I mean, you can't have what? You can't worship any false idols? 3 or 4 seems like a fair allotment. So anyway, the LA Kings are, I'm not saying I would like to do that, I'm just saying, for spiritual stew aficionado. Kings are running out of time, running out of opportunities, under 2 minutes left. The Oilers are closing in on the Kings' goal, trying to shoot a goal, trying to score a point. They're not going to get any goals here. Kings now get the puck back, still pushing the puck forward, about to run out of time. 1:25 left, down by 2 goals. This game is over, as is the basketball game. Wait. Now it's 4-3? What happened? When did that happen? I don't remember them scoring even. Oh, here, wait. So at 2 minutes and a half left, shift change, 4-2 Edmonton. And then 2:20 left, and a super long shot scored by the Kings. Wow. Wow. Right as I turned away, they scored a goal. That is a shot from way outside. From what is right by the blue line. He shoots it all the way in. Seeing eye shot. It's 4-3 in favor of the Oilers. But this is going to, give the Kings a chance now. And with 2:04 left in the game, I fast forwarded a couple of shots here. The Kings are just down by 1 goal and desperate now to get a tying goal. What an exciting opportunity for a sporting event we have in front of us. The Kings passing around the blue line, kicking it in, trying to get that tying goal, trying to push it to overtime. Now the Oilers pressing down towards the Kings' goal. There's no foul on the play. They're attempting to shoot a goal. They fail to do so. The Kings get the puck. There's a minute and a half left. The Kings are moving the ball towards the blue line. The puck, I mean. And the guy who has the puck is now passing it. Now they dump the ball in to get the ball on sides. And the Kings crash down in there. One of the Kings has the puck. He kicks it out to the other guy who passes it around to the outside now. He passes it down to the second guy who originally had it. And then he passes it back up to the blue line again. And they're trying to find a place where they can make a shot to make it a tie game so that it would go to overtime. But the Edmonton Oilers are playing good defense. They get it across the middle of the goal, but no good shot is attempted. The Kings still have possession under a minute left. They pass the puck. They pass it again. They pass it again. With 40 seconds left, they pass it again. They try to drop it in again. Seems to get out of the hands. Now the Kings retain possession. It's empty net, which means they have 6-on-5 here, but are at risk for giving up an empty net goal. And in fact, they just got called for a penalty with 20 seconds left for hooking to prevent said goal. And the Kings guy will go to the penalty box, I'm sure. That should be approximately the end of the game. Hi, Direct D. How you doing? Nice to see you. I was just been watching some sporting events.
Okay,
Sure.
that's rude.
Yeah.
Wow. You do have a lot of subscribers. You have 282,000 subscribers. Impressive. I'm very impressed. That's a lot of subscribers. Yeah, they are pitching it. I've seen it a lot on TV recently. Yeah, well, I went to your channel to see if in fact that was true, that that you had more than 100,000 subs, and it autoplayed. I stopped it as fast as I could. Because, I'm always skittish about copyright stuff. So Edmonton wins that game. The game is now officially over. It is over, and the series is also over. Kings lose 4-1. And Edmonton advances. You're documenting the fall of American freedom, huh? Well, there certainly are plenty of concerning things in America, concerning trends or whatever. I do remember you, Spooderman. I remember you well. I definitely would agree that things have changed, you know, sometimes in some ways for the better, in some ways for the worse. That our citizen democracy is it's imperiled in lots of ways from lots of different phenomena. It's a complicated question, because some kinds of restrictions of some kinds of liberties are more necessary and less problematic than others. Kapia, why don't you eat your food? Why are you eating Trouble's food? I don't let him eat your food. Come on, sweetie, eat your own food. Here. That's your food. Silly kitty. What is she doing? No, I feel you. I feel you, Directy. I understand the unfortunate relationship most people in most places have with their law enforcement officers. And I understand that it's unfortunate, it needs to change, that LEOs are treated differently when it comes to law cases, right? Where the standard for murder, what comprises murder, a regular citizen would be guilty of it for sure, whereas a cop who can get away with it is ridiculous, right? I mean, you're kind of preaching to the choir here, Directy. Like, I've got a video in which I go and film in the DMV, much to their distress, even though they've got all these signs explaining that we're being filmed the entire time we're in the DMV. Wreck paints. That's very depressing. Yeah, did you get a play button? I would like for that to happen to me. Cool. Well, keep fighting the good fight. I definitely think it's important that there be people out there who are actively exercising rights that people have, but others don't necessarily respect. And that's my goal as far as YouTube channels goals go, if I have any, is to get to 100,000. It'll be a few years yet. My current rate growth. Kind of an arbitrary goal, I guess. You know, this is basically all I do on YouTube nowadays is live stream. So if I can grow to that size doing this, then probably it would be pretty pretty effective way to YouTube, I guess. I imagine it would be substantially more lucrative than it is now, despite I think like I make almost nothing on YouTube right now. But I suspect if I had 100,000 subs and I was live streaming regularly like this, um, yeah, I know it's terrible. I kind of want to remove it. It's so awful, but that's all depressing. Anyway, YouTube is hyper promoting the style of live. They're attempting to compete with TikTok. The longer you're live and maintain the audience, the better. Well, I mean, I've noticed a sudden, like, you know, say December or something, I had under 10,000 subs and had been stagnant between 8 and 10,000 for years, you know? And then all of a sudden, bing, bang, boom, now I'm at 16,000. If they keep promoting this style of lives, this vertical in particular, and this, and I do when I, it's like I think there's a lot of different vectors that they're looking at in terms of what to show to whom, right? As a possible thing that they choose. So I think that I can do better if I pay more attention to the titles and stuff. Like this is not a try hard title, but here, you know. So I'm trying to. The thing is, I was always live streaming before anyway. Before I got even when it was completely stagnant, I was just live streaming all the time anyway. I was horizontal live streaming, but it wasn't doing anything for my channel. So it's also the case though that I got a warning that had been on my channel for years for bullying CS Joseph. Finally, I got it off my channel around December or something. This growth coincides with that somewhat too. So I don't know how much that was shadow suppressing me or whatever. I don't know. I just channel search DMV. I'm sure it's there. Do you not find it when you channel search DMV? It's conceivable that I got rid of it. I didn't like it really. It just felt too contentious. Felt uncomfortable for me. But I don't think I got rid of it. I have a bunch of videos about that. It's on Mindy's Club. But I could start uploading those here. I could do, anytime I do shorts, I can get pretty good results from them. This is a link to Mindy's Club. This is a channel that just has videos of those dolls. So, I mean, they do have their own whole channel with a lot of shorts on it. Anyway, it's kind of exciting to have somebody here who's got so many subs. You know, I've had somebody here who's that big. It's like, wow. Don't see that very often. You were joking? Well, we do have a channel for that. And I think it's a pretty fun channel actually. Regardless, I'm about ready to go to bed. I'm just sipping some coffee here. Having a before bed vaporette. It's like a vape cigarette, I guess. You know. So as we wind down, let's all take a moment, take a deep breath, and feel the calmness of the day and the evening enter our bodies. Ah, isn't that nice? Remember, tomorrow will bring a new day with new opportunities to discuss new things. Tomorrow may be a sleepy day. Maybe I'm not going to be streaming as much tomorrow as I was today. But we will find out what happens. I know that tomorrow there's some people coming to do something. Maybe the termite people are coming, or maybe the shutters people are coming. But somebody's coming tomorrow, and I'll have to deal with that. Who knows what time that might be? Could be anywhere from 4 in the morning till 3 in the morning. Come on, give it to me. I love my purple cake. Termite people tomorrow. All right. Well, it'll be good to get that done. We can, have documentation showing that's been done if we do decide to move. And if we don't, we can be comfortable knowing that the termites have been addressed, not just by me squirting raid on someplace. And then we'll get the shutters put on the top floor. That should make things better across the board.
We found a box to stay on.
Yeah, Capilla likes sitting on that box
I'm
over there.
so glad. She's so easygoing.
It's the hat box. Now she got off.
Upstairs again, huh?
Yeah, she wants to go with you upstairs.
I'm going back down to bread though.
Okay. Well, I'm about ready to go to bed too. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks everybody for being here. It's been a pleasant evening. And I hope you enjoyed the pleasitude. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. Matthew, I mean, it's a long time ago. I've mellowed a lot since then, right?